how to print t-shirts, so he's kind of new in the business. His name's Richard, and he's here visiting. Well, I'm going to print white ink on dark shirts. And I wanted to go over that, the different things about printing white ink on black shirts. One of them is, when you buy black or white ink, the pigment in it is very thick, and it's usually really, really hard to learn how to do it. I've had people for months on end just having all kinds of trouble with white ink on a black shirt. So I heard about a new white ink, and it's supposed to be really easy to work with, called it's Meteor White, and it's made by Green Galaxy company makes it. So today we're going to try this out, and I'm going to give you my opinion, but I've had a lot of new people use it, and they rave about it. So I want to go ahead and demonstrate that. Now the thing is, all right, so let's just go right into it. Right now I'm going to demonstrate on my little printer I call the Blue Diamond, and the artwork, just for setting up, you have to center your artwork and put it on the platen here. And so we've done that. I've measured, I put a T-square on here. Here, let me show you that. And just so we know that the artwork is in the center and leveled, then we take the screen, whether you have a printer like mine or you bring the screen down, you have to, see on this, see how that's it, the artwork? So now we're just going to register that color, and it's only going to be one color, but basically, you see we just line up the artwork. I'm going to tighten the knobs over here. All right, so that is set to print right there all the time, and if you had more than one color, you would register each screen. One thing about the Blue Diamond, it is not off contact. And I want to talk a little bit about off contact. A lot of people, I get calls, I'm trying to do off contact printing. And really off contact is for non-porous surfaces like plastic or plastic signs, metal, glass. When the ink doesn't absorb, your screen has to be about an 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch higher than the surface, and you're pushing the squeegee down just for that part of the image. Now, on a t-shirt, you don't need that. You lay the t-shirt directly on there. When you're doing off contact, you're usually using a mesh count, the holes, very tiny, like 250 or 300. For process printing, like if you're doing a full, you're using processing, but the ink is very fine, very little. It's not, it'll fit through really tiny holes. So that you can do off contact, and you could, on my printer, raise these pins and put something under here, like a few nickels, to hold it up, and you could do off contact, but I'm telling you, especially new people, start out by making sure this lays flat on the t-shirt, okay? It'll just make life a lot easier. Okay, so we lined up the screen. And now what we're going to do is remove the artwork. You got to have you pause the camera because we need to test to make sure the screen is okay and everything. We put it on what we call a test pellet. They have them in black, they have them in white, and I don't have any black, so we're going to have to do it white. And we're going to spray the adhesive on. Meanwhile, listen, I'm going to turn on my flash dryer. It takes about 5 minutes to let the flash dryer heat up. But anyway, we're just gonna just do our first run on a Pellon. Again, we're gonna try this new ink out. And I believe, here it is. See, right away, this ink seems really smooth. It really, you know, so far it's looking real good. A lot of times, your white plasticine ink, I tell people to whip it up with a drill and to kind of make it more creamier. But this is already very smooth, so so far it's looking good. Now, okay, so we're gonna float. See, I'm not putting pressure on it, right? And now I push hard. Okay, let me tell you what I just did. When you float it, you're covering the image, and when you press down, you're pushing it through the screen. Now, you can push so hard, you can take the ink off the t-shirt. So, screen printing is really all about how well you know how to use a squeegee. So, I pushed hard on that, but, and we're gonna just see how it came out. So all the ink came out, everything came out just fine, but now the real test is, how will it work on a darker t-shirt? Let's move this out of the way. Put our screen down. And they do make these in black, so if you use it, you know, I just don't happen to have it. Okay, so our first t-shirt, we're going to do red. Okay, over here, you see, on t-shirts, I separated from small, medium, large, and then these are large men's. I believe these are they're all V-neck, so I think these are women, like women sizes. All right, so now you spray a little adhesive here. Okay, now this is really tight, and I'm kind of stretching the t-shirt. So small is about the smallest you want to go on this, because you don't want to stretch it. When you print on it, it'll distort the thing. Now you can get smaller platens for infant sizes and that. I do sell them, so just ask me about them. Now, we want the design, you know, I didn't look at where I'm doing it, but we want it about we want this design, I might have screwed up, I should have looked at it, but how I figure out where the design or where the t-shirt goes, number one, when you put it on, you can see whether it's going off this way or that way. You don't have to check anything else. And then you look at the sleeves, it's the same distance, and then you look at how far down. Now we want that about 4 fingers down. So this first one, let's see where it ends up, and then I'll know the next time. So I'm going to load it. Okay, so that's pretty good, but see, you can still see the red. So I'm going to do it again, actually, and not push so hard. And see if, well, that's better, but I'm still going to have to flash dry it. So flash drying, I think we're going to have to wait for that to heat up a little more. Flash drying is at 2 inches away. This is important. About 2 inches away, and it's for short periods, like 5 or 10 seconds. Once this flash dryer heats up, it's an infrared heat panel, it hits 600 degrees. So 5 or 10 seconds should do it. Now I'm going to explain something. Again, this isn't hot yet, so we might have to, yeah, we're going to have to wait and let this heat up a little. You want to put it on pause for a second? So we're back here. We let flash dryer heat up for about 10 minutes. This is, now flash dryer, when you do flash dryer, is 2 inches away. We're not curing it. And it should be no more than 10 seconds. If it's taking longer, let your flash dryer heat up more. The other deal about flash dryers, very important. Plug them directly into the wall, not an extension cord. A lot of people will call me and say, my flash dryer is not working. And I immediately say, did you plug it into an extension cord? And that's the problem. These are 1600 watts. And so to try to drag that through one of those little, people call me and say they're putting them in one of those little computer extension cords, and they're just too weak. So these will never heat up to the proper 600-degree surface. So anyway, so we're set there, and now we're going to put another coat on. See, so I want to, well,